today what I want to do is taking the same thing what we did earlier, right? We take the Mulaka Sutta. So those people who'd like to refer it, it is in Anguttara Nikaya 10.58. That's a sutta. Okay. That is required to refer and see all dhammas have the same. It doesn't matter what you are doing. Dhamma is a dhamma. Dhamma means thing. Whatever the thing you're trying to accomplish or do or whatever is part of Dhamma. So all Dhammas have the same nature. Okay. And Sabbe Dhamma has arising and passing. So that apart, what you need to know is that number one, for worldly things, so-called worldly things, you require all of them. Okay. If somebody has a misunderstanding, good to correct it. Otherwise, we can continue further from where we left. Any questions on what we discussed the other day, or shall I continue on the next one? All good? Okay. Now we come to the jhana. The same 10 things, the same flow, but we will have something different here. Now, when we come to jhana, one we need to know is that just like in worldly life, you require an interest. Like Mrityunjay was there at my home. Yesterday, I was asking him this question. If you don't have interest, even to kill yourself, you should have interest. So you can't say that I will do something without interest. It's not possible. That's the reason it's called mula, root. It's rooted. You can't do anything. Even if you say, I want nibbana, you are pursuing it. That's the reason it's called pariyosana, pursuit. Why are you doing it? That sutta talks it, right? Pariyosana. So it starts with the root, which is interest, chanda. And chanda is an iddipada. So if somebody thinks he can come out of chanda, he's gone mad. It's an iddipada. It's required as part of 37 factors of awakening. If somebody thinks that he will remove interest, he's gone mad. He's not understood the Dhamma. So the basic thing what we need to understand is interest is going to be there. Even for Nibbana, there is an interest. You can't cut out the interest. So for everything, there is interest. So now you have two kinds of interest. One is a worldly interest, worldly pursuits. One is non-worldly pursuit. That's fair. That's good argument. Yes, we can have non-worldly things, which is good. Okay. And if somebody feels we shouldn't have worldly at all, that also is wrong. It doesn't work. Now the question comes, what is a world? In the dispensation of the Buddha, world is defined as 6 senses. And there's a sutta for that, Loka Sutta. So again, if somebody thinks that he will come out of the world, he's gone mad. Your 6 senses, how can you come out of 6 senses? What are you talking? So it doesn't work. So basically, then what we need to understand is Loka means the 6 senses. The 6 senses are going to be there forever. You can't cut off. Like in the Chula Shunyata Sutta, he explains what remains is the 6 senses, ayatana. It's going to be there. So you can't cut ayatana. But you can, the you, whatever you can change the perception. That is possible. So that is a thing we can do, to change the perceptions. If the question is asked, oh, you know what, from a worldly pursuit, can I have a different perception? Yes, you can have a different perception, because everything is perception oriented. So you can perceive something different than the worldly. That is perfectly fine. But if somebody says, I'll remove perception, not going to work, not tenable, not possible, not feasible. Can use any words. Okay. So let's not have a misunderstanding. Now we come to the jhana. And here I would like to really give clarity on two terms, which I think many people are confused or not really understanding, is anāriya and ariya. It seems like we are obsessed with ariya, just like Hitler. And he wanted to be an ariya. Okay, or ariya. Anāriya, ariya. That is also used by Buddha. So let's understand what it means. The word ari in general means enemies. So raga, dvesha, moha is the enemy. It circles. So if you see Niramisa Sutta, he says Niramisa Itara. So he says worldly pleasure, then the Niramisa, he says Samisa, Niramisa, Niramisa Itara, other than Niramisa. Oh, in that he uses a special contextual reference, saying that Raga, Dvesha, Moha not being there is Niramisa Itara. That means first you should have Niramisa. You can't attain Niramisa Itara without attaining Niramisa. It's like somebody saying, without graduation, can I do my PhDs or master? I think he should be sent to mental asylum to correct his thinking, because he doesn't know or she doesn't know that it is not possible. Simple. I might agree or I might disagree, doesn't matter. But that's the truth. Why it is the truth? Why can't I do through panya, wisdom? For doing through wisdom, also you require these 10 things, what is there in Mulaka Sutta. You just can't escape it. That's simply not possible. Okay. So now, anāriya means that which circles. That's okay. Just like somebody wanted to cut off the senses in the Indriya Bhavana Sutta, Buddha says that it's like somebody who thinks eyes and ears are not being there is the best thing to happen. That's far from truth. It doesn't matter whether you have physical eye or you don't have physical eye, or a physical ear or no physical ear. It doesn't matter. It's not the question. The question is on Indriya Samvara, withdrawing of senses. And in a way, from the senses, that is, from sensual expectation, what I have, I need to now first attempt to get into jhāna. Then it cuts. From sensual, it cuts. So if it has to cut, then what should I use as a tool? What tools are available? One of the safest tool is breath. But please remember, it is anāriya by the definition. Now we'll not worry about how to get into ariya at this point in time. First, let us complete the journey of 8 jhānas for ourselves before we come into the ariya magga. Okay. So you are following Chula Dasa, continue doing that, no change. The best thing, attain all the 1 to 10 steps for yourself. No deviation, nothing. As it is. And we have a good teacher, Shaniel, who is teaching. Good one. Just follow. Don't ever think this anāriya, ariya, this, that, whatever stupid thing is, keep it aside. Just follow. At least follow something. Okay. Now, when I want to enter into the first jhana, how many different ways can I enter into first jhana? I can go through breath. Okay, good one. What if I can't do the breath? Counting. Start counting. 99, 98, 97, 96, like that. Numbering. Because you have to remember. Now you don't remember the breath. So do that. That is also not working. Okay. Then do so hum. So in breath, hum, out breath. And keep that for a long period of time. Start with half an hour, then make it 1 hour, then 2 hours, 4 hours. So you have to double it. Basically, the objective here is to double it. If I take 15 minutes, it becomes half an hour. If it takes half an hour, then I make it 1 hour. If I make it 1 hour, it 2 hours. I make it 2 hours, make it 4 hours. If I make it 4 hours, make it 8 hours. If I make it 8 hours, 16 hours, stop. Yeah. I don't require this. Well, then you will not achieve anything. Simple. Because to cut out of sensuality, you need to take this. Otherwise, it will not. We are tuned to see, to hear, to taste, to touch, to smell, and to think. We are tuned. That means these senses are tuned like that. If you want to do something, you have to create a new habit. It's a new habit. This has become a habit. That means I react or I act to the sensual stimulus which is coming, as in sight, as in sound, as in taste, as in touch, as in smell, as in thoughts. I am reacting to it. No matter how many times I can say to myself, I shouldn't be reacting, I shouldn't be reacting, it doesn't make any difference. Even if I do Vipassana course, it works well as long as I'm in the course. But doesn't work after that. So what I should do? Well, take anything that can keep you occupied. Can be anything. If you think breath works for you, excellent. No change. If not, you can even do Buddho. No, I'm a Buddhist. I don't like this Soham. Use whatever. It doesn't matter whether you use Soham or Hamso or Buddho or Buddhu or whatever you want to use. Or you want to create your own. It's okay. As long as you're not identifying with it, it's fine. Or you want to say, Hail Jesus and do it, okay, do it. Doesn't matter. Exactly, Shaniel. That's exactly what it is. It takes a lot of discipline. So you have to discipline. Because a habit I need to create, it's not going to come like that. just by reading something, just by spending some time on some videos or text, is not going to manifest. Simple and straight. It's not going to happen. Why? Let's take this question. Why? Because that's not our second nature. Simple. It's not that something is wrong with us. No, it's not our nature. What does that mean? Simple thing. In a whole 24 hours, assuming we sleep for 6 hours or 8 hours, then we have 16 hours of time. In 16 hours, breakfast, lunch, dinner, we take 6 hours totally, including washing and this and that and all that. So 16 minus 6 comes 10. Other than that, our washroom, other things, let's say totally 2 hours, comes to 8 hours. In 8 hours, we are spending time in the office or we are spending time with something. We are occupied, either in sight or sound or taste or touch and smell, something or the other, it is occupied. Okay, we might go for a drive, we might buy something, or we might have to go for shopping, whatever it is, all taken together. So let's take another 6 hours gone. Now what you get is 2 hours. In 2 hours, minusing distraction, we don't know. So we might get an hour. So you think you can change a habit by just working out for an hour or two? It's not possible. Because that's not our nature. So then, should we not spend the same amount of time on this in order to change the habit? And the answer is yes. How? You have two choices. Choice one, stop everything, go to some monastery or some retreat and stay there. Well, now you don't have any other option. Okay, great. How many days? Maybe 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 100 days, let's say. That's all. Nothing you can do. After that, you have to come back somewhere. And this is not tenable. It's not good deal. Because when I come back, this environment is different and that environment is different. And now since the environment are different, it doesn't work for me. And what did I do there? Nothing. I'm closing my eyes and I'm sitting and I come here. Can I close my eyes? No. So I made one habit there. That's not applicable here. Doesn't make sense. Okay, what next? Well, I have to go to another retreat. Okay, now who's going to feed me? Should I quit my job? Maybe I should. So now somebody has to feed me. So I'll keep on running like this, which is anāriya. Basically, I'm circling, right? What did I wanted to do? Not to circle. What happened? Circling. Same circling. No difference. Now it is on the other side of it. That's all. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm out of this sensuality, which is not. Absolutely not. It's a misunderstanding of mine. Because I need to discipline the mind and not going around. Sorry. So what I should do? Well, take an object, whatever might be the object. Take the object. Can be breath, can be this, can be that, can be whatever. Stick to that object. Do it in 4 postures. Sitting. While sitting, no point in opening your eyes. You can do with closed eyes. Fair. But ensure you don't go to sleep. To not get into sleep, you have to get into peripheral awareness. That means the sound outside or whatever, or some touch of the air on the skin or something. You need to be aware of that as well, that you can enter into the jhana. That means savitakka savichara or vitakka vichara. Vitakka is to take the object. What object I should take? So now I've taken breath as object. I'm not going to change. Not going to change. Vichara, I'm looking at how the breath is from the time it goes into my nostril to the time it exit out of my nostril. I am watching the texture of that breath. Then what happens? Mind gets interested. Please take this word to be fact. In Dhamma, it is called Chanda Iddipada. You require this, without which you can't do anything. So it takes interest. It becomes interesting. More interesting than eating. More interesting than seeing something. More interesting than touching something. Right? It's more interesting. As long as the interest is developed, it goes to the next one. Manasikara. It makes it possible. Manasikara makes it possible. Then the phassa happens, contact. So now this breath is contacting everywhere. So your whole body is breathing. It makes it even more pleasurable. So you get piti, joy. And that is what you want. And when you get piti, you get that vedana, feeling of piti, joy. Otherwise, how will you know it is joy? The feeling. Then you get sukha. Please understand, Buddha Dhamma is not about dukkha. It's about letting go to get sukha. So you let go of the worldly thing that you get sukha here. So then I take sukha. So I've come till here. So I've come till 3rd jhana. But can I sustain it? That's what it is. For sustaining, I require samadhi. Samadhi adhipati, overlord. That's required. Get into jhana. 3rd jhana. Hold on to it as far as possible. Now it is so nice. I don't require any other sukha. This sukha is surpassed by sensual thing. Not required. Good. Good till here. Now can I, as it dips down, move to the next dimension itself, which is upekha, 4th jhana, wherein the body lightness is completely gone. So there's no pleasure of the body and there's no pleasure of the mind. And there's no pain in the body and there's no pain in the mind. Very nice equanimous state. Can I be in that state? Yes, I can be in that state. Again, come back to interest, chanda, manasikara, phassa, vedana. As long as I'm in this vedana samo sarana sabbe dhamma, it turns itself and that keeps on rotating there. It's fine with me. Absolutely fair. Because that is what sustains. I'll sustain. So as long as my samadhi is not broken, it's good. Means nothing is breaking the samadhi state. So when I was a painter, let's say I'm painting, and no matter whoever is trying to disturb me, I'm not getting disturbed. Why? Completely immersed in it. It's complete immersion. That's the fourth jhana. It's completely immersed. I'm a software developer. I'm coding, completely immersed. I don't care who is coming, who is going. I'm so involved in it. I don't have anything. Like in the case of, if I take what is the cricket. So Rahul Dravid was called as the Great Wall. He stands, he doesn't get out. Now, one interview, they asked him, "How do you do this?" He said, "I don't play a game." So what do you do? He said, "I meditate." Okay. And no matter who bowls him, whatever they bowl him, he's stuck. He's standing there. Why? He doesn't lose focus. He doesn't lose attention. He doesn't lose observation. He doesn't lose awareness. Four things for jhana, doing it. Take Hamilton, F1 car racing. It is the same thing. Isn't it worldly? Yes, it is. It is worldly. Who cares? Isn't he doing samadhi? And you check that. Don't get into this anāriya, ariya and all that. That is trash. First, get into this. Get into this yourself. See it. See it to believe it. You get it. Now, when you get it, you're in fourth. And you know the pleasure is so better than anything in this world can offer you. And you've seen it for yourself. There's nothing to say that, no, it is not pleasurable. It is pleasurable. Indeed, it is the best pleasure I can ever have. So my say, I have got satisfied. That means senses have got satisfied with that pleasure of the four rupa jhanas. So now I'm in the form state of existence. From kama loka, I have come to the form. So now the question comes, did I surpass the Mara? That is yes, because the kama loka is where Mara is. So I moved into the domain where Mara cannot come. Excellent. Good news. Now I have to go to the other four jhanas where nobody can come. That means nobody can search. Oh, why don't I attain infinite space? Space is infinite. How? This body is occupied space. This room is occupied space. Can I remove both the body and this one? Now that I'm in fourth jhana. Yes, I can. Absolutely, I can. And space was finite. Now these six senses experience infinite, and hence it is called as akasha anchayatana, meaning infinite space in ayatanas. Six senses. Now they can perceive. Perception is this. Excellent. Very good. I changed the perception from the worldly thing now to the jhanic. I've still not gone to ariya magga, and that we will go later. But first, I've achieved 5 jhanas for myself. Okay, excellent. Now, can I come to the infinite consciousness? Yes. How? And what will you do? The space is seen by consciousness. That means the mind is forerunner. It is seeing the space. Why don't it see itself? Can it focus on itself? Yes. And when it does, what happens? It lets go of an individual eyes and ears and nose and tongue and the body and the mind. In its place, it sees it's everywhere. It's awareness of awareness. Good. Come till here. Now I'll come to the seventh one. Now that there is nothing as an individual, can I dwell in it without objects? When I get there, there's a different tinge to that, a total different dimension, which I've never experienced before, comes to light. It feels that the mind is liberated of holding on to the objects, because it has to keep on penetrating on the object, or this object and that object and that object and that object and that object. It keeps on going around objects. So now there's no object. Excellent. Excellent. Can you just push further? Last one. And come into no perceptions. Because there are no objects, there's nothing to perceive. Excellent. Good. Good job. Very good job. Now, can you confidently say that there is no perception at all? No, there is a perception, but there is very little perception. But can I stay in that? Yes. As long as I wish. Good. Now that you have seen all the 8 jhanas, from that standpoint, can you see the sensuality is nothing? Yes. Possessions are nothing? Yes. Titles and designations and awards and rewards and nothing? Yes. Can I let go of it forever? Yes. Excellent. Now, can I now do the ariya way? Now that I have seen this, can I do it in ariya magga? But now I've changed the perception. Yes. Now can I come to the first jhana? Exactly. Okay. Now I come to the first jhana. Now that you have seen the defect in the sensual pleasure, so you're quite secluded from sensual pleasure. And now you are quite secluded from immoral deeds, because without which you wouldn't have been able to do this. Can you understand the viparinami aspect of the Dhamma? That means if you want to establish, there's a condition. Without that, you can't achieve this. Isn't it or not? Yes. That means my previous condition was sensual, lustful thing. I let go of that thing, which created condition for the jhana. But then, are you certain that with that also you'll be able to achieve the first jhana? The answer is no. It's uncertain, because the conditions can change. Something can come in between. So it's an effort to get into jhana. Excellent. Now, just like you did pursuing on the worldly things, can you, and you pursued, you put a lot of effort on getting into the jhana, went in pursuit of jhana. Now, can you do looking at this whole thing as anicca, uncertain, then dukkha, it's suffering, right? You need to take that effort. You need to put that effort. Then it's like a boil, gandha or ganda. It's like an arrow, salla, roga, a disease. You are attending to the disease, basically. Excellent. It's 5. Now come to the 6th one. Now, aghata, like a calamity, has arisen. Because now you have to escape that. You have to escape the sensual. Otherwise, it's going to bring you back to sensual. So you are doing the jhanic to escape the sensual. Aghata. Abhadato. Like an affliction. Okay? Bhada means get troubled, afflicted. Like an affliction. Parato, not yours, alien. Palokato, disintegrating. It integrates, slowly it fades away. Maybe it takes days, but it fades away. Seeing it, right? Yes. Then, shunyato, there's nothing in there. Excellent. So you've seen 10 of them? Yes. What's your experience between the first jhana, what you did with vitakka vichara of the breath, and now you're seeing it from an ariya perspective that it's not worth holding on to? Even though it is much pleasurable, it still has a flaw. And then last one, anatto. That means you can't make it as yours. The first jhana is not yours. The 6 senses have stayed in jhana, but very soon they will come out of the jhana. Oh, now I understood. What? What you understood? That the nature is like this: anicca, dukkha, anatta, and hence ashubha. Excellent. Now, when you know this, will you hold on to it as yours? No. I give up. And when you give up, will there be a chance of the jhana taking over? No. You enter into jhana and exit out of jhana without getting attached to jhana. What about the second guy? What was he doing? He was doing same thing, but he was taking it as mine. I have entered into jhana. What did this guy do? This ariya person? No, he didn't take it as his. There's no I. Because when the Sakkaya Ditthi went away at Sotapanna, he understood there's no permanent self which he can associate with. The hook is not there. In the normal person, there is suppression, but there is no removal. So, in that way, I can now see between anāriya, because I don't know the path, and ariya, when I know the path. So I enter into the first jhana, and when I dwell into the first jhana for a long time, it is the first rupa jhana which is beyond the sensuality. So it takes me to Brahma realm of existence. Absolutely true. And I've known it myself that it does it. It exactly does that. So there's no risk now for me to get born in the apayas because I've removed the three fetters. So I can't come back. Because I've seen anicca, dukkha, anatta or anicca, viparinami, anyatha bhavi for myself. How did I do it? First, I looked at senses, enjoying the senses. Then I went into jhānas, enjoyed the jhānas. Then I found the flaw in the jhānas. I came into the third one, which is ariya. Now I know I'm on the ariya magga. Rebirth is going to end. Because this turning over, that is the consciousness turning over, is not going to happen. Because it gives up. It was trying, get back, tries again and again and again. And that's the reason that whirlpool that comes. So now there's no whirlpooling. So now if I go to the first jhana, I do the same thing, but it's profound because there's no attachment to it. Then I go to second jhana, third, fourth, five, six, seven, eight. Now something strange happens at eighth jhana, which doesn't happen in the previous one. Because there is suppression, not removal. So even though there is little bit of perception, that much is sufficient for the consciousness to take back, get back. Now, having done the Sotapanna stage, having done the Sakadagami stage, wherein the possessions are so reduced that the Kama Chanda, which is the key element here to get into the sensual realm, cuts off. When it cuts off, you suddenly feel voidness in the senses. There's nothing to be attached. It's just like you've been thrown out from a 30,000 feet airplane, that you feel totally lost out of interest. And then the vyapada, the irritation and the agitation and all of that will just dwindle away. Not there. Unworldly thing I'm talking about. Anything on the world, you don't feel anything about it. Even the jhanas now become a nature. You can get it anytime. Need not have to put effort. Except now comes the greatest moment of all, when the senses withdraw completely, removing the perception. So the eyes don't perceive any object. The ears don't perceive any object. The nose, tongue, body, and mind. For that moment, it's frozen. And when it is frozen, there is complete whiteness or emptiness, call by whatever name. And there is no feeler, nothing to feel. Now, if that mano vinyana dhatu does not come back, it cannot trigger the other five senses to come back. Then what happens? It just stops. And when the senses dare to stop like this, because there is no consciousness. It's dead. So you have experienced death while being alive. And if we don't give the sanya perceptions, there's no trigger to come back. Meaning, the life faculty exists. Are you? Then the body warmth is there. But the consciousness is not there. What is consciousness? Meaning, the person who was aware, if you were to shake him, there's no reaction to that thing. If you were to slap him like this, there is no reaction to it because he doesn't have perception. Now, if I do like this, there is a feeling and there's a perception. When it is withdrawn, there is like this, nothing. And a person take a stick and hits him. Yes, the bleeding is coming, it's cut, all that is happening. That sound will not come. Why? There is no feeler. There is no perceiver. And that state is Nirodha Samapatti. It's completely cut off. Now, if I make a nimitta, symbol, sign, and I come back. And when I come back, I see this whole thing is bleeding. What hit me? I don't know. By the time somebody has slapped me, and here finger marks are there and blood is coming out, then I know I have completed death, less being dead. Amata. So now I have learned the art of dying while being alive. So now the fear of death no longer haunts me. Why is that? Because I've seen death. Simple. So what I was fearing, death. Or what is the fear? Nothing. Because I know I'm not going to die. What do you mean by that? What I mean is, I can withdraw everything, just sit. And that's it. Excellent. Okay. Now, having done this, why then you're not a arhat? Well, it's just only 5 lower fetters. They have gone. Not the higher fetters. It doesn't mean that you're not seen the deathless. But it doesn't mean that you have completed the journey. But now you're seeing the danger of senses in the worldly thing, right? In eating, sleeping, more smelling, like that. See the danger. I see the jhāna, niramisa. Now I've seen the niramisa itara. And now I know, oh man, this is great. Now I can be in this state, and now I am an ariya because it ended the journey. I saw it for myself that it indeed ended. But for that, I need to do all of this. Yes. Shouldn't it be not a natural occurring? Yes. After I'm an arhat. Yes. Not before that. So now I am clear that if I die this moment, the consciousness gets established in the fourth jhana. I know for sure. Or it can get established in 8 jhanas. If I'm doing neva sanya na sanya ayatana all the time, it gets liberated from there. If I am doing 4 jhanas, it gets liberated from there. I've seen it for myself. Am I happy with this? Is that what I wanted? Yes. That's it. So first thing I need to do is to put a goal, what I want to achieve. I put a goal of anagami. Done. I don't have to worry about being an arhat or not being an arhat. I have achieved what I'm supposed to achieve in this life, and that's all what my goal was. So in 95, when I had died or out of body experience, I went to a place which I wanted to be in that place, and now I have gone to that place, and that's all is my journey. If furthermore thing happens, good. If it doesn't happen, I'm happy. I've seen death when I died in 95, and now whenever I'm going to die, I'm not scared because I've seen this place and that place. All of this I started because I had an out of body experience that pulled me to search. I found it. Oh, I don't have any other interest. If I die today, I know I'm going to be born there. That's it. Other than that, if I'm able to get further, why not? It's good. It's very interesting for me that, yes, what I achieved in 95 as a fluke thing or whatever it is, I can now achieve the same thing by doing this. I never went in search of Buddha Dhamma. I went in search of what happens at the time of death. That's all was my interest. I didn't have any other intention that I need to be in Dhamma and this and that. That's the reason I'm most open to all, because my objective is not about being in Buddha Dhamma. No. Whoever promises me that you can see this for sure, I would marry that person. So initially I went with Dalai Lama because that worked for some time, stood with the Tibetan way of doing for 10 years. Then I found it was not taking me to the place where I wanted to be. So I dropped that. Just like what Buddha did. He went with Alara Kalama, Uddaka Putta. He achieved it. And then he found it didn't take him to that. So he left them. The same way I left Dalai Lama. Then I came in touch with Goenka. And I did for 2 years. It didn't take me where I wanted it to be. So I left it. But by the 10 years of my living with the Tibetan way, I knew this will help me because it's giving me that experience. So I wanted more refined thing than the Tibetan, because the Tibetan I need to go with the Lama, get converted or get hooked onto it or whatever it is, and then become a lama and start doing it. And thought this might not happen in this life at least, but I can't waste. So then I started this journey of sutta, starting for myself, looking for myself. It worked. So I know the entire path on all the three sides, one from sensual, one from anāriya, whatever you want to call that as, and one from ariya. I have attempted all the three, meaning I know the sensuality to what they are. I've enjoyed it. I have no regret of enjoying the sensuality. I've enjoyed everything in life, whatever it could provide. Fair deal. Excellent. I have not stopped enjoying that. No, enjoyed. Then I found the flaw in this, because at the time of death, that place was much better. So I wanted to be in that place. I don't care about this. I want to be there. So I went on to the second one. And I achieved it. And then I wanted something far better than this one. So now I'm confident on the Dhamma because it's working. So that's a summary of how to enter, how to exit, what you can do. So Chuladasa Way, especially that book, Mind Illuminated, is a very good book for everyone. And that those 10 steps, what he has put forward, and he has taken from Yogachara, it doesn't matter. Now you don't have to go into mental grind that, oh, this is Mahayana, this is this yana and that yana. It doesn't matter. What matters is, can you get into it or not? Can you just do it or not? Just do it. Don't have to worry much. I'm glad that we have Shaniel here who has done it, and you just, whomever he's teaching here in this group, just go by that. Just do it. Just finish all the 10 steps. First get wet. So if you want to swim, you don't have to write books on swimming. Just get into the pool. Don't have to worry about whether this pool is ariya pool or anāriya pool or this pool. First get into water. Get into water. You don't have to write books on how to swim. Just jump in the pool. Okay, sure, Shaniel. Carry on. So, yeah, sure. So when I get into the pool, then I know the depth of the water. I know how to swim. Okay, there's another pool called as Buddha path, is more refined one. Where? I need to qualify for that. They're not going to just take me. Just because I'm reading how to jump into that pool. No, not at all. First I get there and jump. And when I jump this time, I have known swimming. It's not that I'm going to learn swimming there. No, I've learned swimming. I'm refining my swimming. I don't have to learn swimming. I know how to swim, but it's far better swimming. Far better, enjoyable. That's all I want. It makes sense for me. So you all do that. Don't get into an argumentative mode with yourself. First get things going. That's my sincere request to all of you. I can't force you to do what you want to do, but I can just request you, taking my own experience and my own journey I've had so far. But if you feel that you want to have your way, fair, I am okay with that. But I feel if you don't attain the jhanas, you're missing the cream of the Dhamma itself. You need to have 8 jhanas, proficiency, period. No matter how much you read, how much you learn, how much you hear to discourse, or how much you do whatever you do and think that I can do through panya, wisdom way, that is also there. That's not tenable. It's not possible. Why? Because all of us are neya. We are not vipachitanyu or ugatitanyu to jump through the panya route. We don't have that faculty. It's next to impossible. We are a dumb idiots. It's our good karmis that we are having at least a taste of Dhamma. So we can't imagine that we'll get into Panya route. I don't want to get into jhana. If you don't get into jhana, don't get it. But you don't get in anywhere also. We have no faculty at all. You understand? That includes me also. We don't have. So smartness is in one where we get to the long route. It's long, but that's what we can do. The Buddha calls that as dhanda bhinya. It's taking dukkha, lot of effort, lot of pain. Yeah, we need to take that. What we can do now? We can't do anything. Let's take. Okay, so we need to take some teachers and some retreat, something, some try this, try that. Yeah, we need to do it. That's nothing we can do. Like if I want to go into Pa-ok tradition, or you go to Ubakin tradition or Ajan tradition, this tradition, that you have to do that. What else can be done? Nothing else can be done. You have to try and try and try, and something will open up, and from there we can see it, but we can't directly see it. So let's not get into an imagination route that I will do it through wisdom. Not there. Not at all there. So don't try to fool yourself. Out of 5 faculties, the maximum faculty you would have had developed is saddha, faith, nothing else. So let's not imagine ourselves to be something which we are not. Neither we have sati, nor we have samadhi, nor we have virya, nor we have panya. And what are we talking is panya faculty being the highest. It's just fooling oneself. So let's not do that. Let's come to reality. Today, reality is we have saddha in Buddha Dhamma. That's it. That's all what you have. You have to develop the other 4 faculties. We don't have. If you had, by now it would have come out. You don't have. So it takes time to develop. The next faculty which we have to develop is sati. Do you have? No. Just by saddha, it's not going to do anything. You have sati. Along with sati, we need to have virya, energy. Do we have? Check it out. See whether you have it. And then you need to have samadhi. You can't leave samadhi and say, I'll go on panya. Sorry, not working. Doesn't work. Where's samadhi? And when these 4 faculties work, then the panya will start. At present, including me, taken, don't have. To become an arhat, I require balancing the 5 faculties. Today, I don't have. I have the 5 faculties, but they're not balanced. Unless it is balanced, I can't get into arhat. That I know. Work out, that's it. Consolation prize is that I might die being an anagami. Okay, fair. But I can't become an arhat. That's for sure. I know the flaw, what I have. So do you know your flaw? What is the flaw each one of you are having? Have you seen the flaw in whatever you have presently? You need to have that. Oh, this is the flaw what I have. Have you seen your flaws? I have seen the flaw. I know the flaw what I have. And one day I can share with you also. Or when we meet in Genial's home, I will tell you all my flaws. Why I can't be an arhat. It's apart. When I work with him for 1 month, I have 30 days. Maybe something changes. Maybe yes. But otherwise, I can't be an arhat. No way. It's a long journey for me. But yes, if I remove these flaws, yes, but there is a flaw. I have defects. I can't be an arhat so soon. Impossible. Yes, stillness has come. So many things have changed. I agree. But still not. No way. No way. That's not true. Yes, the stillness have remained for almost a month now. But yes, yet it is not. No. Not that I'm telling because I'm telling it. I know it. I know the flaw. So each one of us should know our flaws. And we need to write down our flaw. This is the flaw what I have. And then we need to develop the faculties. Indriya, the 5 indriyas. Develop it. Presently, my Saddha indriya, Virya indriya, Sati indriya, Samadhi indriya are in different what we can say, stages. It's not going to get me panya. It's a fabrication. It's a untruthfulness of mine to say I'm an arhat. Impossible. At present, as I speak, I can't. I'm far away from that. How far away? Also, I know. So, do you know where have you reached? That's the first question. Are you a sotapanna? Check yourself. See the flaw. Why you are not a sotapanna yet? Make that as a practice. Why you are not? What is stopping you? Second, check whether you are a sakadagami. If not, why? What has stopped you? Check it out. Then, why are you still not an anagami? Check it out. What flaw you have? Like that, if we work, then only we will achieve it. And it is achievable. But we need to question ourselves. Am I a sotapanna? I have doubt. Why? It's not about what others think. Right? That is immaterial. Somebody might think I'm an idiot. Fine. No issues. Because at death only I will come to know. Anyway, he is not come to know. Nobody will be there to tell me whether I have died as a sotapanna or died as a sakadagami or anagami or whatever it is. Anyway, that immaterial. Let us say if I die today, some people will say that I'm an anagami. Some people will say he was not an anagami. It doesn't really matter. Only the six senses here knows where it is going to go. Nobody else will. So it doesn't matter. But do I know I have cut off three fetters? I should know. And if I have not known, question is why? What stops me? Get that. I should get that. That's my goal. Get that. That's my goal. Ah, got it. Excellent. Proceed further. If I want to proceed. Yes, I want to proceed. Good. You're back in the game. Yes. I put to the second one. Sakadagami. Why I'm not a Sakadagami as yet? So that I can come with only one bhava. From seven bhava, one bhava. I'll work out. Why not? I'll work out. But done it. Tick. Yes. At death, that's what's going to come. Yes, I'm aware. That's what's going to come. Excellent. Now, why am I not an anagami? Why? Work it out. Yes, I have achieved it. Good. Sure? Yes. Excellent. Tick it. But that's what is going to come. Excellent. Now that you have safeguarded yourself from Kamachanda and Vyapada, that means you have beaten the Mara on his own territory. Now it's time to work out on Arhat. Let me put my full effort till death. If it happens, excellent. Doesn't happen, it's fine. Nothing to lose. I've got what I wanted. Ticked. So I should ask this question myself. Why am I not yet? Now I have to ask this question. Why am I not at an arhat? I know the flaw. I'm working on the flaw. So I know exactly what the flaws are. I exactly know it. Is there a change? Yes, there is. But has it got removed? No, not yet. Okay. Keep trying. Keep trying. So I'm keeping on trying. Nothing to imagine. I know the flaws. That's it for today, I think so. So this is the steps to going from this to this and this to this. Now we have understood ariya, we have understood anāriya, we have understood every part of it. So think we shouldn't have confusion any longer on anāriya, ariya, this and that, and because that really strains the mind unnecessarily. And we have, if we've not achieved any jhana so far, no point. At least we should have jhanic bliss experience. And we should have it in such a way that you're waiting at the airports or sitting at home or sitting wherever, to be able to enter into jhanas. That's such a pleasurable thing. If not, what does the mind do? You tell me that. What's going to do? It's going to go behind something. So what does it go behind? Can be anything. This thing or that thing, it doesn't matter. It'll go behind something. And when it goes behind something, it'll keep running there only. So we need to see, we need to observe and get into jhana, get into jhana. And there are no suttas of Buddha which says don't get into jhanas. There's not even one. In every sutta he says getting into, it's quite secluded from sensual pleasure, quite secluded from immoral, enter into first jhana and second jhana, third, fourth, like that. So first get there. I need to get there. Then we'll see. And again, not a sitting meditation kind. In all the four postures, at all the times, need to be in jhana. Nothing to do with retreats. Got nothing there. Any questions before we close or any comments? None. We can end. I'm done with the jhanas. Yes, Praharsh.
Oh, sir, raised the hand by mistake, so sorry.
What's that?
I raised it by mistake, sir, so sorry.
Okay. No questions, no confusions, I guess. All good. Bobby, anything you want to say? Oh, you're doing good. Yes, Bobby.
Actually, I have two questions, but
Yes.
one is this about this Mulaka Sutta. You say like this everything Dhamma, whatever Dhamma, it is not just Buddha Dhamma. Every Dhamma should be have interest and all those things. But at least, and I'm not getting how this Nibbana is having that every Dhamma has that it is the final end.
Good question. So let us take a worldly sense. Let's say somebody, let's take this example. You're gone on a park, walking. Okay. Do you require interest to walk? Correct?
Yes.
Now, do you have manasikara? You have to make up your mind?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Then you should have a contact.
Correct. Yeah.
Then you'll get feelings.
Yes.
Then what happens? Then you should have samadhi.
Yes.
Then you should have sati.
You're correct.
Then what happens? Just check on walking.
Yeah, then you should have some wisdom also how to walk and
Yes.
to see the road correctly.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Then what happens?
I don't know how we get some
Wait.
satisfaction.
No, wait. We'll go one by one, right?
Yeah.
So then after that, what happens?
After that is vimutti.
No. After that, there's many things which are happening, right?
No. You told that the sadadi, but like the awareness is there.
Tatadipade sabbe dhamma, panyuttara sabbe dhamma. Right? The next one is panya.
Yeah.
Wisdom. So you're getting wisdom, right, of walking.
Yes.
Then when you get panya, you are getting vimukti of any other thoughts.
Yeah, we can say like that because
It
maybe
is.
we are concentrating on walking.
Yeah. So somebody is doing a marathon. Just look at this person who is working out on marathon. He's doing all of that. He's doing all of that, including if you look at F1 racing, he's doing that. Person going for examination, he's doing that or she's doing that. Right? And then person doing a PhD, doing that. Person doing a job, doing that. He's doing all of that. And then when you get vimukti sara from he's free from other sufferings. Let's say I am a developer, I'm developing a product. I'll be so happy of my own development. I forget all about it. At that time, is there any death experience? I don't have
Okay.
I don't have
So
any
that's
death.
what you know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Mm.
And then at that time, when the six senses are completely stilled on one particular thing, then that nibbana for that worldly sense.
Is it all the senses are stilled? Or?
Yeah, it is still no at that point when he is doing something, isn't it still? You just have to look at a person preparing, or you are preparing. You just see what happens, or you're taking care of Michael. Just see what you're doing. Or when you're driving. Yes, it's worldly sense. Agreed. But that is sabbe dhamma. It's all dhammas. It is not this dhamma or that dhamma. Sabbe dhamma. All dhammas have the same nature, irrespective of wherever they appear. So hence, Buddha says this. If people of other paribhajaka, other belief system were to ask you, then you answer like this, that all dhammas have this nature. Kim mulaka avuso sabbe dhamma. Kim sambhava sabbe dhamma. Kim samudaya sabbe dhamma. Kim samosarana sabbe dhamma. Kim pamukha sabbe dhamma. Kim adipataya sabbe dhamma. Kim uttara sabbe dhamma. Kim sara sabbe dhamma. Kim oghada sabbe dhamma. Kim paryosana sabbe dhamma. See, Bobby, your daughter is doing graduation. Paryosana. Why is she putting effort? Just think. There should be something to get her whatever she wants. And
Yeah.
when we say nibbana, what is nibbana? Let's
So
understand.
you mean nibbana? Nibbana is extinguishment of some suffering, not in Buddha way. Yeah.
There is extinguishment of that suffering. Right? There is extinction. Maybe we can say it will not last long. It's fine. All that is okay. But this is sabbe dhamma. Please understand. Sabbe dhamma. All dhammas have the same nature. Just dhamma. I might name it as Buddha Dhamma and that Dhamma, this Dhamma. That's stickering. Leave the stickering aside. Just look as it is. Everything has, even a thief, if he wants to break into a bank, will be doing all of this. Or he wants to break into your house, he'll be doing the same thing. He requests to have all of these, yet he wants. Right?
Yeah.
Now, since you asked me this question, and let me answer in all the three so that there's no confusion. This is so much of effort, but there is a repetition. It doesn't lead anywhere, just comes back to the starting point. Again, you come to the mula. Again, you get interested in something. Again, you have to do all of this. Is there any way I can break this cycle? Right? Is there a way to break this cycle? To do that, I have to first come out of the worldly cycle of effort driven, paryosana, at vattam vattati, like a whirlpool effect. Now, what I do is I have to show the mind, that means six sense doors, there is something better than this. So I get into jhāna, so that I don't have to put so much of things together. Right? So I do this. In that, again, the vimukti comes from that suffering. And then it goes back. So then it goes back, I know it has gone back. Is there anything better than this? That we come to the niramisa itara, this other than jhanic. And then we see ending of suffering forever. So 1, 2, and
Thank you, Vilas. Yeah, I think, I understood. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the question. Good question. You had a first question. What a second question?
I think that is not very apt, but maybe we can discuss another day. But it was like, I was a bit curious to know, can you give me can you give us an explanation or description of the place you went on 95? 95, the
That
place.
even if I were to explain, Bobby, you might not be able to reach there, or you might not be able to see it. But anyway, I can give the description. And because I still remember that whole thing, what happened is I have, for whatever reason, the good memory of how it all happened. So the place where I went was so still, so enduring, that I didn't want it to come back. It was extremely still. In fact, the being with whom I spoke, whatever I spoke, I don't know what that, I asked, can I be here? And he said, yes, you can, but not now. So the moment I was drawn into the body, because I was seeing the body from top, from the ceiling, for a few moments. And after that, it was just gone. When I regained consciousness in the body, I remembered the entire thing. That means from 95, it happened in somewhere in May of 95. From that time onwards, I remember it all the time. It's like getting into a state of existence where there's no movement. So I was very curious, like Ariya. Ariya uses the word curious. I was having this curiosity to know, what is this? Who will teach me this? That was my question. If I were to ask someone, can they explain me this? And I found no one. Okay, somebody has come, so let me take it up next time when we meet, or tomorrow when we meet. I'll continue from there.